What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Lowkey Legends podcast, where we talk to legends that are low-key. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Gabe.
And I'm Hugo.
We got Kacper, my good friend Kacper here. So this is one of our earlier episodes, so, bear with us a little bit. We're trying to get our stuff together. But how you been, man? What's new in life? What's going on?
Just trying to stay busy, trying to grow every day as possible. But other than that, enjoying every day with the ups and downs. So that and cherishing every moment I can.
So I know Kacper from, we joined a run club together. Speaking of that, there was one today.
Did you go to it?
I did not go to it.
Shame.
Yeah. But, we got some work to do and stuff, so you know how it is. But, you own a construction company, do a little dabble in the investing world a little bit. So we'll just get to know exactly how you got to where you are today, basically, with everything. And just want to, learn how you got to where you are, how you can help people who are watching this and see if you can help some people out.
Perfect. Thank you.
So I was looking at some of your construction projects, right? So you own Scheibe, right?
Scheibe, yeah.
Scheibe Construction.
Correct.
So yeah, I was looking at some of your projects. How would you exactly describe what Scheibe Construction is to somebody that doesn't know anything about it?
So I guess there's two ways I could go with this. The first one is kind of, I guess, my 30 to 60 second pitch that I would share, I guess, for an ideal client, which I could share with you guys now. So it's like, hello, I'm Kacper, owner of Scheibe Construction with a passion for design. I help families create dream spaces on time and stress-free so they can enjoy their space for years to come. With our personalized process and lasting quality, we treat every build to a white glove standard. I'd love to hear what dream space you have been thinking of building for your home. So that's kind of the bread and butter that I'm trying to get to and where I'm trying to, the end goal is. But as of right now, we're the one-stop shop for all your home remodeling needs. So whether it's a small project like a bathroom or you just need some flooring done in a space, big full home renovations is something that we can take and handle. So that's where we're looking to go. But last year, to give you kind of some examples of the projects we did a lot of bathrooms, a lot of a basement refinishing, decks, and 3-season rooms.
Sold. No, that's a great pitch for sure. So I know, like, when someone's like, oh, let me hire someone to do my construction project, whatever, it's a bathroom or or if it's a deck or whatever, I don't know, I kind of like try to look at it in a different way. People are like, oh, let me just complete this project versus let me add value to the house. How do you look at it?
That's a question that I do ask my clients when I do initially talk with them. Hey, is this something that you want to enjoy for yourself for years to come, or are you looking to do this as a resale purpose? As far as reselling, there's a few things that you could do that will boost the value of your home, but a lot of the things that people will think that will boost the value of your home really don't actually.
What's an example that you can give of
so
that?
Your worst return on investment is doing a kitchen.
Oh yeah, why is that?
Kitchens cost anywhere from like $70,000 to $100,000, and if you want to like do it for like a house, like say like this, you could only maybe appreciate it by like 30 to 40. So right off that, you're losing like 50%.
Jeez, yeah.
There's some cheat sheets that are online. I actually went to there was a conference it was called Advanced Home Design Studio, kind of stealing some of their things that they do. To see kind of what works for me and how I'm looking to grow as well. But bathrooms are, I think, good. Flooring and painting is the biggest plus you could do. So there's small add-ons, I'd say. So I don't know if my target client is for someone looking to resell their home, but if they do want to fix it up, we can help with that as well.
So when somebody when they hire you and, you complete the job, they just see the completed job, but like how much effort and time and commitment goes into a project?
That could vary a lot. What I've noticed with our generation, people don't have a set direction where they give a lot of I don't knows, or it's like, hey, do you have an idea of what you want to do for your bathroom or something? They're sometimes in the air. So I guess first thing is to see what approach they want, and second is to see, hey, do you want me to help design your project? So basically, the bigger you get with these projects and constructions, it involves a lot more people. So it's like my goal for this year is to target more mid to large size projects. There's a lot more moving parts, and to plan for something like this takes like 3 to 6 months in advance sometimes. So it's not just, hey, I want a new deck, you get it there. Like, I mean, from the permit process to getting the materials,
100%.
if there's special order, they're looking sometimes at like minimum 2 months to just get everything completed with the county and everything.
Yeah, I know also in a lot of places, like, for example, South Barrington, because I have some clients I work with over there, they're a bitch to get the permits through for them. Like, just to build like a pool at your house, so it would take probably like a year to just get the permits.
I mean, it's shitty to say. I can't take all the credit for this company. My father, he's the one that taught me everything. So cheers go down to him, had to go down to him. I'm humbled, so I can't say too much. But I think it's like the 80-20 Pareto principle, right? You have permits, and these plans are in place, so everything gets built properly to code and to adherence, right? If someone has a lot of experience, they understand this. But sorry if someone like wants to hire like a Pablo or a Juan to get the job done. Some of them are good, and I have nothing against that. But
this Mexican will fix your deck too.
But the other ones, they ruin it for the others.
I know a lot of people who just want to get the job done quick, and they don't care. They don't think about the long term. We actually talked about this before. How you can get the job done quick and cheap, or would you rather have it done, done well and it lasts forever?
So there's like a triangle. You have quality, you have time, and you have price. If you want cheap quality and you want it done in a long time, well, it's going to come in a cheap price, right? But if you want good quality and you want it done on time, it's not going to be cheap, right? So it's like you could go with 2, but you won't get the 3rd. And it's shocking. A lot of, home remodels are not cheap. They are definitely not. So it's not for everyone. So I guess kind of understanding who your client is and how. But what was the question? I know we kind of referred off that.
No, it was just, there wasn't really a question. It was just more common. But basically what Kacper's trying to say, don't be a cheap ass and spend some money on your home remodeling.
I mean, hey, always protect your pockets first. Make sure you're able to afford something like this. I don't want to put you in debt.
100%.
Yeah.
So speaking of your father, how he started the company and all that, let's get a little bit in your early life and, kind of how you got your work ethic and all that. Because it seems like you're very gracious to your father. So where did you actually grow up? I actually don't even know this, as long as we've known each other.
So my parents, they immigrated here. I'm a first-gen Polish person. I was born actually in Elgin Hospital, not the college.
Elgin College.
Elgin Hospital. But I grew up in Woodstock, and I've been there ever since. So, I grew up there. Never actually went to Polish school or learned how to read and write. It was all just self-taught through family and friends.
You've done pretty well. So you don't need. I guess we don't need to go to school.
Yeah, but as far as discipline, I think my parents have a big role in that. When I was young, they kept me in sports. They always kept me busy. So it was school, homework, sports, sleep. That's all I knew growing up until I was 18. So it's like I guess I didn't have time to veer off. When I had that time, it was when I went to college, and then I learned about. I think that's where my discipline is, just from always doing something and making sure it's complete before moving on, I guess, to the next step and stuff.
What was your first job then, going way back?
It was construction. I learned how to swing a hammer before I could do pretty much anything else.
Yeah, so it's kind of been like part of your life pretty much.
Yeah, I grew up always helping my father. I had a lifeguard job. That was, I think, my official job. I did it for 2 seasons and then I quit because the pay wasn't the best.
Yeah.
Construction you made 1 to 3 to kind of put into perspective at a young age too. So
they're taking advantage of younger people for sure.
Yeah, I guess it was just lifeguarding. It was good. It was easy. It's funny. My girlfriend was a lifeguard too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
but I guess I didn't see the future in that. But kind of give you an intro. I went to college for supply chain management and marketing. I graduated peak of COVID, so I never walked. I just saw my name on a YouTube screen, I'd say. So yeah, it was weird. Had 3 jobs lined up for kind of my thing. 2 of them canceled, and one of them kind of put me on hold before this. So I went back into doing painting and construction. And a mentor of mine at that time kind of was like, "Hey, Kacper, it's like, you're looking for this job. I know you're going to leave me. I hate you for it, but I know you need to do what you need to do." And he's like, where do you see yourself as like comfortable? And it's like, I hate putting like finance of where I want to see myself, but it's like, when you're 35, what would you consider comfortable? And at that time, I was like, okay, making around 150K, I would say I'm doing decently good. Where did you see yourself with that 150K in the corporate level? It's like probably somewhere a manager or higher level. And he asked the question, now will you be working those 8 hours, or will you be working overtime to make sure everyone else is doing that? I'll be like, if I'm making that much, I'll probably be working more, should he just say.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay, so basically what you're telling me is you're getting paid the same, you're just working double. I'm like, okay, you got a point there.
Yeah, wealth is more, less time, more money, right?
Yeah.
It's more about creating more time for yourself and still making a good amount of money. So that's wealth versus just getting paid a high amount of money.
Yeah, so I guess he was biased. There's a lot of good opportunities out there in the corporate route. You just have to find them and kind of know how to hit them. But I guess the job that I had, once I had it, basically this guy just turned 32. I worked for fintech, it was. So after that, 6 months later, kind of moved on. And then, hey, we got an internship for you at a fintech company in Orlando, Florida. It was called LSQ, they're a payments platform. So basically, we're like middlemen. So it's like we connect the buyer and seller. And if the buyer wants this, the seller has 90 days to pay him, right? Or the buyer has 90 days to pay him. However, if the seller needs that money ASAP to go purchase some of his next produce or something, we basically give him the money, and then we'll pay back the 90 days to the seller. So kind of for a small fee, we did that. But yeah, I started as an intern. I was there for a year. Intern, then I was analyst for 6 months, and then the last 3 months I was a manager. And my upper buddy, he was a project manager as well. He just turned 33 and he just broke 100K. And I could tell he was not happy. So,
dude, nowadays, bro, 100K is kind of like pushing like just a normal lifestyle now, right? I feel like go back like 15, 20 years. That's like, oh, we're making 100K, but now it's like, oh, we kind of need to make 100K to like a lot of people need it to meet the needs of like just like a middle class normal lifestyle, you know, going out here and there and stuff. But yeah, so that kind of happened, and then that's when I learned investing. So I trade in the mornings and I run my company in the afternoons. That's my daily schedule. So yeah, during this time when I was at this job, I learned how to trade from my boss actually, because I did like a analysis on our competitors of like a full matrix, and one of them offered blockchain solutions. So it's kind of that got me into the crypto space. Won some, lost some, and then kind of got more back into the investing space, learning about that. And during that time, when I needed to learn to educate myself, like you said, rent's not cheap. You got bills to pay, you got mortgages, you got taxes, and I mean, things add up. So it's like, okay, what can I start? And that's kind of how I got into construction as well. My father was worked for the union for 15 years, and he got laid off because he was an immigrant. So so he jumped around from subcontract to subcontractor, and then we partnered and kind of built this. So yeah, I kind of run an overview, we do sales, grow the business, and he does all the day-to-day operations. Well, kind of helped me transition that pretty easily, but I kind of wanted to get into like the business side of construction, right? So what is like a contract? Like a lot of people don't know. Like someone might be watching this because they want to learn a little bit more about what goes into creating a construction company. So what actually does a contractor do behind the scenes?
This is a loaded question.
I'll
keep it
simple as possible. Yeah.
So as a bathroom, right? I come to your house or you call me, whether you find me online through referral or whatever there is. You go into the bathroom. It's like, hey, do you have an idea of what you want to do? Yes, I just kind of want to remodel it. No framing, no nothing. As soon as you need to move electrical or plumbing, that's when we need to grab permits and licenses from the city. Usually if you're doing like a basic remodel, the permit is not needed as long as you're not structurally moving anything. So if you're just kind of refreshing it, you don't need anything for that. But yeah, that's kind of where we start. I guess I kind of do like a 3-phase approach. So first is initial consultation with you, a free consultation. I go to your home. I try to understand your needs, what you're looking to get done. If you have an idea of what you want done. Second thing is I stop by again and I provide like a rough investment range. So I don't give them an exact quote. I'm like, hey, for example, this master bathroom's going to be anywhere from 27 to let's say 30,000. Just example. It's like, is this something that you're actually interested in? Is it comfortable spending, right? If they say yes, or if they're like, hey, actually need to think about it, it saves me the time from getting a full detailed estimate with all the project breakdown versus, hey, this is what you're looking at, to see if you're actually a valued client of mine and I want to continue pursuing you, right? Now, we all do offer designing as well. So designing is free in the beginning, but we do build it into kind of our payments once they do accept the proposal as well. So
I have a question. So why, in your opinion, why do projects go over budget or over timeline?
Miscommunication, timeline, I think it's a mix. How basically one thing we pride ourselves in is we finish every project on time. For the last 2 years, we have never gone over. So if we give you a 2-week timeline, we usually finish 2 to 3 days early. And the reason for that is we order all our materials, so they are at the site before we even start. But that's kind of where the issues come in. Is if you order materials, they can say it'll take a month, but there's always cancellations, lead times, they run out of things, and that's special order for like exotic places. I mean, some things are coming from Brazil. So
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
yeah, I remember my father worked on a subcontractor, but this was a house in Crystal Lake on the lake, and they wanted some Brazilian redwood. So yeah, they got it literally shipped from Brazil. And I mean, this was one of a kind deck, but things like that. And then if the client wants to add or change things, that's when permits start kind of putting in an issue. It's like, for example, we're about to start this deck here pretty soon. It was supposed to be a 24 by 24 foot deck. So pretty quality size, I'd say. They're like, hey, Kacper, we want to actually extend it another 4 feet. I'm like, no problem for me, but you got to talk to the city. Well, I'm talking with the city, but the city always is a pain in the butt. I'll keep that low key. No, but yeah, they're really strict with their requirements and stuff. So it's like, I'm gonna propose this and see what they need us to change with our modified plans, because you basically need a plan of where all your structural posts are going, where your framing is going, where your connecting points, and then you have basically 4 inspections for a deck, which is a pre-pour, so they check the depth of the concrete. Then once the concrete's done, you have framing. Then you have rough decking, and then final. So you have basically 4 times the inspector needs to come out during just that project to make sure, give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And it's like, hey, you need to call me again. So
That's a lot of value that you just said. Everything you just said. That's a lot.
For real, he's giving you guys some free game for a construction company. But a question I had actually, in your opinion, what separates a good contractor from a bad contractor?
Trust and communication. It may sound cheeky, but the more people I talk to, this construction company has only been live for 2 years now about, so we're still growing. This is year 3 for us as well, so everything's new on me, but I notice when contractors say something, they don't always stick to their word. And communication. Remodeling a project or remodeling any part of your home is a stressor at the end of the day. So it's like, I don't remember the exact, but someone told me there was 5 stressors in life, right? One's selling a home, one is kind of moving, another stressor is if you have like an injury, and then construction as well. It's a lot of moving pieces and projects, so keeping the client up to date, even it's like a small text or it's like, hey, we finished this. This is what we're doing tomorrow. This is when the inspector's supposed to come. Just keeping an updated and kind of peace of mind gives them a greater energy and builds rapport with you. So now, even like when I do go to these bigger clients, some of them ask for referrals. It's like, hey, can I refer? Or can I call a client to see how they did? And it's like, no problem. I'll give you this. Here's someone that I trusted. And I mean, some clients now I even grab lunches with, which is like weird to say, but I love.
No, that's good. I mean, with kind of like in a way we're a service as well, right?
Yeah.
So like same with me, I do some work in real estate with a bunch of different clients and all that. It's like take them out to eat, get to know them a little bit. It just helps. You would think like it's a waste of time. A lot of people do think that, but you kind of build up that relationship and that trust, and it makes the process go a lot easier.
That, and you're building the relationship. So my idea when I look for a client, right, it's I don't want to just fix one part of your home. I want you to remember me for the next 10 to 15 years, and I want you will call me to come back to you. So grabbing that lunch, thank you for doing our project, getting to know them a little. People love talking about themselves. Oh man, if you could just kind of get a few things going, I think that definitely helps. So.
Based on just hearing what you're saying, like you really care about like how you make the customer feel. Like, would you agree to that?
Yeah, so I guess growing up I was an introvert, but now I guess I'm an extrovert when I need to be, but I just genuinely like talking to people, getting to know them. I'm big into growth. So anything I can do to grow me, whether that's physically, mentally, financially, in a relationship, I'm willing to listen and willing to talk about it as best as I can with someone. So just sitting down with a client, I mean, crazy to hear. We just did this deck for home was worth about $700,000 in Lake Barrington. Very nice. I mean, deck was around I think 70 to 80K.
It's not a bad price for Barrington.
Yeah, it was a decent. I thought he was making more, but he just got his filed retirement. I thought this guy was loaded. He's like, Kacper, I'm just breaking 100K this year in my job. He's about to retire. Jeez. My jaw dropped, but like I don't see the other side of things. And I asked him, like, you must have like good benefits. He's like, yeah, this is a job from the army, so he's set for retirement. Like he's
yeah. Also, I feel like with it's not. I mean, like, look, you can make 100K, but if you know how to save and invest your money correctly, and you're very like anal about it, then for sure you can like make it to the next level for sure.
Definitely.
So I was very curious. How obviously like it's an expensive business to be in, right? How do you protect your margins? Like what do you look for? What do you like do to actually make sure you're staying on budget and you're protecting your profit margins there?
You have your daily rate for your workers, you have your cost for materials, and you have your estimated time. And then on top of that goes my commission for getting the client, and then also the design fee. So basically you have 5 moving parts. You put that into a spreadsheet, and that gives you, it's like, okay, this is how much minimum we can make, but it's like we always like to give 2 days extra for ourselves, which that is our cushion sometimes, right? And also depending on what home you go to, the community, you kind of understand it, right? So it's like if you go to a lower to middle class home, you can't give them an absurd price because they're going to say no. So it's like, okay, A, is this worth our time? A, do they respect the quality that they give, but can we also do it on a time where nobody loses, right? So the beginning month of this year was slow for us. It kind of worked out because one of my coworkers had surgery, so it kind of all worked out. But it's like, okay, they were anxious in the second month, and it's like, I have a job, but it's like, okay. I was like, okay, let's just price this so we could get it, so we just have something to start next week. And that's what we did, right? We priced it a little lower. Our margin wasn't there. Everyone's getting paid at the end of the day, right? But it's like that extra profit on top. So everyone got paid. Everyone was happy. So it's not a bad day. But I mean, what's the goal? I know I need to increase my marketing, right? Whether that's me personally or that. So I need to start increasing that and developing that into our estimates as well, right? So it's like, it's funny how I started. We just did a client closet for someone. And they just got their master bathroom signed for. And they're a pretty big company, and they got charged with $70,000. Jeez, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, dude. For that kind of project, yeah. 100%.
And it's like wow. It's like I would charge that like very rough, like it would be like 45 to 50, right? And we would still all profit. So it's like they have an extra 20K of profit, but since they're a big company, they got more insurances to pay, they got more overhead, more expenses.
They have the name value too. Yeah.
So yeah, so it's understanding where you're at, who you're at, and just talking with contractors as well. So
You can kind of use that to your advantage, though. Be like, hey, like, you know, this company's charging you this much, but, you know, work with the smaller company. I mean, at least me personally, I like to support like smaller businesses. For example, like instead of AMC, I would go to like local movie theaters. So I don't know. I always like to actually work with like a smaller company because there's also like a personal touch to it for sure.
Bro, yeah, they add more some type of value, their own design, their own personal like opinions. They like they kind of give it more detail and more. They pay more attention to what they're gonna put out there than someone that's like in a bigger company.
Yeah, it's like a factory line type of thing versus
Yeah.
someone like your guys' company is still newer.
yeah, so
You know-
now a year ago I joined the Chamber of Commerce for Crystal Lake. And then I also am on the board of, it's called the Young Professionals for the chamber there, where there's 3 pillars. It's social, serve, and growth. I'm on the growth to kind of just, it's inspire younger people, or whether you're young in your profession or young at heart, you're still welcome to come. But yeah, that's kind of where you meet a lot of local businesses and see where that all relationship building is. And it's like, I can't speak too much for online marketing because a lot of our business has been strictly through referrals and word of mouth.
That's the best though.
It's bread and butter, but if I truly want to grow
Scale
and
it, yeah,
scale,
exactly, yeah.
I know I need to put in that extra marketing as well. So it's like I'm working in the business, I'm not working on the business, right? Where it's like if I leave on vacation for 2 weeks, is the business still going to be there if I leave and don't say anything? And probably not. So it's like I'm comfortable. I'm growing as an entrepreneur and a business owner. However, though, there's so much to learn still, so much growth that there is ahead of me. So.
Yeah, well, kind of going into that a little bit more now. Do you guys have any other questions on like as far as Scheibe construction or no?
Yes, sir.
No. Well, let's talk a little bit more about like the finance, investing. You know, we kind of got into a little bit and the entrepreneurship mindset. So did construction kind of lead you to the, I know you kind of touched on it a little bit that your job kind of got you into it. So basically what I'm trying to say is what got you into like the investing world and how did you start off and who taught you and kind of give me a little of the details on that.
My first investment I ever did was in high school. I think it was an economics class where we got a Robinhood account. Everyone got 100K. And he's like to us, he's like, all right, you guys could touch this, not play at all. You guys could dabble in the day to day, or you could just buy a few stocks and kind of be done. But at the end of the semester, he's like, the top 5 people get a 10% bump up in their grade. Like,
Yeah, we did something like that too. Yeah.
so I was like, okay. At first, I didn't take it like too serious. I'm like, oh shit, I'm kind of onto something. And yeah, I mean, I dabbled here and there, kind of just buying and selling, kind of day-to-day operations, and I ended up getting 4th place. So I was like, okay.
You got your
Not
little grade bump there.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, so that was good there. Then college came. I did it here and there, but it was more part-time. I was focused on other things, and I was learning where my maturity was at.
It's all right. We all gotta have some fun too in
but
life.
I got an investment to see the growth from it. The learning journey and education to become one is difficult. It's not for everyone, and a lot of people do fail, right? That's a whole nother side of things. But it's a discipline in what you're looking to get out of it, right? It's not just a financial thing as well, but it teaches you so much about yourself, your habits, where you cheat on things, what rules you like to break. Because it's basically when you get into like the trader's mindset, you have to turn off everything you know about a normal person. Where it's like you have emotions, those don't go. Trading is all a game and it's all probabilities, right? So those are the 2 things you need to do. Probabilities, it's a game, and then risk management. if you could get those down, you have a good foundation. But there's a lot to learn there. But I mean, it's like I've made a decent amount of money in like a day. I've also lost a lot in a day, but
It's part of the game, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
it shows that there is an avenue. And I guess where do I see my dream is I want to travel the world. I want to be able to go on a plane and it's like, hey, let's go here, spend 2 weeks here, trade there, have a business as
that
well.
That sounds like a good time for sure.
Yeah, but it's like my early trading days, they weren't easy. I was struggling, right? And it was right after like college, I got the job. I had a nice car, I sold it. And that was kind of my cushion. So for the next 6 months, it went great. And then the next 6 months after that were the worst nights of my life. And that kind of showed me, it's like, okay, I still have a lot to learn here, but I also need to pay myself and I need to have a living, right? So that's where construction came in. Where do I see it 15 to 20 years down the road? It's going to be one of the most popular things there is. Like a lot of our generation, they're not going into blue collar work.
Oh no.
Like my father, he's the last of the last. Like,
Tell somebody our age to fix the car, they'll be like, what?
yeah, it's like,
Yeah, no.
Nah.
Oh, except me.
Oh, this guy. Yeah.
I'm the only one who knows about like cars. I'm more of a hands-on guy.
so that's what I mean, some of my hobby is I love working on cars. I have an
Oh,
Audi
yeah.
S4. I mean, that thing gets me in trouble more
Did,
than I'd like to admit, but
Did you learn that from your father, or did you learn that from like job experience?
there's this saying, I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but we grew up, it was from paycheck to paycheck. It was
Right.
nothing out of the ordinary. So we didn't have enough money to have someone do our brakes. So you would buy it and do it yourself because that was
Right.
the only option in a
Okay.
sense. But everything I learned was hands-on. Like, I mean, my father taught me how to do the brakes, just common maintenance items on cars. So that, but like everything else that I learned was just through online and YouTube.
Yeah.
You can learn a
Like
lot.
working
yeah,
on cars
yeah.
and stuff.
For any field, too. You'll learn a lot on YouTube.
Yeah, it's a great platform if you use it for the right reasons. I think there's just so much noise out there, and that's one thing I'm battling every day as well, is what's reality and what's noise that's not needed in my life.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, 100%. I think we all go through it just because the generation we live in with social media and the way the world is nowadays with all the crazy stuff going on. So it's definitely important to stay a little bit on track, more on track.
I'm,
and not
I'm
go into it.
grateful that I got a phone 8th grade going into high school. So like I was right on, I guess, the middle where
Yeah.
it's like I grew up without no phones, without any form of
Probably
communication.
happiest then, right?
Life was so simple.
Right?
My God. Why can't
For
we go
real.
back to those days?
Hey, the dream. We always talk about this. The dream. I don't know about this guy likes the city, but me and Hugo were really. me and Hugo are really about the like. I want to like move to like Montana in the middle of nowhere, and no one can find where I live or anything, and just have my own farm and just chill there, and honestly get rid of a phone at that point.
Dream is to wake up fully naked, go outside on your porch and drink a cup of tea or coffee
Yep.
with no neighbors in sight.
Nope. That'd be a horrible day if somebody was walking by that day.
Dude, the only time that would suck is at night.
Yeah.
Because you're all by yourself.
Low
you
key,
hear
that is scary at
noises.
night, though. I feel like it would be a little scary at night.
No, yeah, for sure. Not able to see dark, pitch black. Can't able to see. I would have to hire I would have to have like 10 dogs or something like
So
that.
in Wisconsin, the nights are very dark, but where we have our cabin at, the stars and
Oh,
the
yeah.
moon is
You're right, yeah.
so incredibly
Yeah.
bright. Where
We went on a trip to Colorado Springs. I mean, it was a scary night, but we were in the middle of nowhere, and the stars were amazing that night, dude. It was crazy. It's just like, it's crazy how much we like ruin the earth. You know what I mean? Like with all the pollution and stuff from cities, like you don't see the stars like that around where we live right now.
Yeah.
I don't know about what's like a little more, right?
Illinois is mixed.
Yeah,
As soon
right.
as you go into Wisconsin, yeah, very
Changes.
beautiful sky, very beautiful sky.
Yeah, well, kind of going back into the investing stuff a little bit. So like, you were living paycheck to paycheck before, you had to
Yeah.
learn everything on yourself. You're making a little more money now, and how do you look at investing differently now versus then? Like, what changes? Because I asked this question to everybody we interview because there's definitely a mindset switch, right? Like, I feel like somebody who's trying to make it before they look at it differently than somebody who's already doing it, who has some success in it, and you probably learned a lot of things from your mistakes, your wins, and all that. So I just wanted to know,
So in investing, your best friend are your losses, which I consider learning lessons.
Right. Yeah.
Everyone has learning lessons. Everyone grows from them. And what I sell to you online or like a course for investing does not fit any one of you because I am not you. You are you. So you have to understand who you are as a person, what you like to work, what kind of agitates you, what you like to be in, indulge in. But I'd say when I stopped focusing on making money and following the process and the plan, that's when things changed for me dramatically. You just you got to cut that emotion out of you. Don't focus on the finance. Just focus on, hey, this is my process. This is my plan. This is the strategy. And if I follow the strategy, whether I win or lose, it's still a good day. So it's a mindset shift, and then I guess it also depends on your time horizon, right? When I was younger, I was hungrier. I had bigger goals, bigger expectations. But now it's like, okay, how do I compound this slowly, not aggressively, but also keep it kind of, instead of being like a roller coaster, I consider it, how do I slowly just have a smoother direction to the upside? Because that's how I started, was a roller coaster,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
But now it's like, okay, we're getting here. Yes, we have our peaks, but then at the end of the day, we're still rising 1%, whether that it's through the day, through the week. The small wins, I think, are what really add up at the end of the day.
I like how you said a lot of things about the failures. I feel like you kind of just confirmed it, but I feel like a lot of people see failure as like, oh my God, like it's over. But like, in my opinion, you can agree or disagree. I think failure is like get you closer because now you know what not to do next time. So
This has to deal with our subconscious and our conscious. This is a bit psychological, but when you were younger, that's when your subconscious was developed. So everything you did wrong, you were punished for, right? So it's like, I got a belt to the ass.
No, I've been there. Got a hanger to the ass, belt to the ass.
Yeah, been there. But your subconscious is linked that way. So whenever you fail at something, everyone thinks it's negative. And I mean, I even have that. It's like, I mean, before my girlfriend, sometimes approaching woman or something, you get failed. It's like, oh, I don't want to go talk to another one. Or it's like even things. But it's like, I think the best analogy is the gym. We fail at the gym and we want to fail. So why are we
Keep going.
Why are we not wanting to fail in things in our life? And it's like, I see it that way. My father, he looks at failure as a whole catastrophe on its own, but that's just a Polish stubborn mindset, right? But I think it just has to deal with a mindset where it's like, and online too, everyone's trying to propose something and be someone who they truly aren't. And I think that's where some of the failures come and get down on you. But I think it's just a perception and how you, I guess, your discipline in life, right? You have those people that actually want something and urge, those who are okay with the 9 to 5 and simple things, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
right?
there are people like that, 100%. Yeah.
So I guess it just really determines where you want to be and how you want to grow.
Touching back on the social media thing, everyone gives a persona online, right? Like, oh, I got this car, I got this watch, and I'm going to these clubs and all that. I think that's horrible for people trying to make it who are so, they see a lot of stuff like that, right? They get demotivated to do a lot of the things that they want to do, or they get scared to try to make it to the next level, or they're like, oh, why am I not at that level yet? But who knows, maybe sometimes you're actually a level above that person and they just have a better way of giving their persona online. So
Yeah, just trust few, respect to all, and then kind of your circle is who you are at the end of the day, right? And the older I grow, the more I see resemblance in that, right?
100%. I shit you not, like a week ago I was thinking about this, like, dude, like I'm turning into like the people around me. So I had to reconsider some people, you know, like it's not like personal, right? It's just like you just don't match up with those people and you start to act like them and get their bad habits and stuff like that. So you definitely want to put yourself around people who are gonna make you better. Like these guys keep me in check, they help me out. You know, that's why we're still in touch these days. So, you know, it's good to have good people around you.
No, you had good energy when I first met you, so whatever happened with our relationship or not.
Yeah, it's all
You brought me to a boxing thing. I respected that.
good. Yeah, no.
Even though it didn't turn out the way I thought. But
Dude, me either, bro. My coach just baked the shit out of you the whole time. I was like, what is this?
Hey,
You should have learned.
I respected their technique, so I had nothing against
It's
them.
tough love. It's like, I think he thought you're going to be like, coming more often and stuff. So he's like, let me like, it's like they kind of not break you down, but like,
Yeah.
they push you like to the max every day. They make you feel like you need to do better and better. And that's just because when you're fighting, like it's almost life or death sometimes too. So it's 100%. It's like you're getting ready for war.
Yeah. No, I think the tough love is my father has this very strong accent, and for me, he sounds negative a lot. It
He'll
just
be
the
like,
way,
I love you. Like, damn.
it's just the way he talks, and it sometimes like I take it personally, but I know I shouldn't because he talks with our clients the same way.
Yeah,
Where my
yeah.
jaw drops, I'm like, oh my gosh, he just didn't say that, but it's just the way he is
Yeah.
and how we grew up. He's stubborn. It was funny growing up. We were more scared of him than my mom. My mom would give us like the small punishments, but when me and my brother got into something big and pops came around, oh, you did not want to be in the
Oh,
house. You were running everywhere away from him. So,
Sometimes you get, I'll get a little, a little spin move on them. You can get away, but yeah. I do have one more question about this section that we want to talk about. This is a very personal question to me. What's going on with Ethereum? Like, am I going to make my money back or what?
I guess it depends on your time horizon.
I fucked up. I invested when it's like peak almost.
Okay.
Like a couple years ago, like 21, 22. Remember it hit like 48, 45, 48 or something?
This whole year has been something I didn't even expect as
Yeah.
well. Where I had a good chunk, but I had to pull some out as well.
Yeah.
Because just things broke down. They didn't hold their structure and their zones. But it's a new regime change, right? Crypto is still early. Just got classified as a commodity, actually.
Oh, wow,
So
really?
it's like,
Yeah. I haven't kept in touch with the crypto world. After that's been done, I was like, you know what? I have it on a cold wallet
Yeah.
sitting somewhere. And I'm like, whatever happens in the next 10 years happens.
I'd say the next 1 to 2 years. I mean, if things go the way they are, we may be seeing close to all-time highs at the end of the year. If things project the way they are, but there's too much uncertainty right now.
Yeah.
And crypto is definitely on a lower class tier. Like you have gold and real estate as tier 1.
Mm-hmm.
Tier 2 is stocks. Tier 5 is where crypto's at, right? So it's still relatively new to a lot of people. It's good that you're invested in like these bigger coins, not some smaller coins as well.
Yeah, I know a lot of people did like well, actually, I'm not going to lie to you. We did a little bit of, what was it called?
What?
The bullshit. Dogecoin.
Okay.
Oh,
I made a little bit of money because we did it at the right time.
Yeah.
But, stuff like that, I don't really, I believe in the blue chip, or
Yeah.
what is it called? Blue chip stocks in crypto
Okay.
and all that. So, yeah, I was just wondering because I know you know a little bit more than me. So
Yeah.
I was like,
No.
kind of was just like, I have some money sitting around. I don't want it to just sit in the bank. I mean, let me try putting it into something. So I didn't do much research. And
The
just did
reason
it.
I ask is everyone asks the same question. It's like, when should I buy? When should I do this?
Yeah.
I ask, what's your time horizon? Is it 6 months? I can't guarantee you shit. Year? Okay. I'm pretty comfortable with mine. 2 years? Okay.
Oh,
5 years?
Mine's like 10 years. I don't really care about
So,
it. Yeah.
10 years, you're golden. I mean, yes, it may seem low right now, but if you look at it kind of
When
bigger perspective, things are always bright. I
Yeah.
mean, the longer perspective you have, it's the people, basically, there's an analogy. When the building is on fire and everyone's running out, that's when you run in. So that has to do with emotions right there,
Damn.
right?
clip that, David. That was good.
Emotions. Everyone's running out when things are low. They're getting out. That's not the right thing. That's when you have some prime time to actually. So it's like where crypto's at now. I'm a buyer at these levels
Right now,
We may go lower in the next few months because there's just so much uncertainty around the world and that have a lot more to deal with. I mean, I only see brighter times ahead realistically, and
Yeah.
I think this is showing more clarity to what's real and what's not. Because I mean, we're devaluing the dollar like no other. I mean, the
100%.
amount we're pumping, and it's like, what's real? That's why gold had its peak out because it's like, okay, where's money going into war started,
Yeah.
and what's the safe haven for gold? I mean, now we have the Iran oil shot up like no other.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now gold's gonna go lower because that. It was funny. I just saw a thing one of my mentors posted. As soon as Iran went to war, or kind of around that area, oil shot up, gold it dumped, and you see the same exact correlation where oil is still continuing to go up and gold's having a little, I guess, relief rally to the downside because it pumped like to Valhalla. I mean, that was crazy.
Yeah, no, I remember. Anyways, kind of going into that, I gave you one of my little setbacks in life. At the time, it was like around $5,000. I mean, that's a lot at the time for me. That was a lot of money. So it was like, so there was some depressing months over there. But I kind of want to get into you. What was the biggest setback you faced in your life so far?
Deep questions.
Yeah, you don't have to get super deep, but I mean, well. It's a Lowkey Legends podcast. Give us a little something.
Biggest lesson I learned.
Or biggest setback. Like, well, I mean, I guess that correlates to the biggest lesson then, right?
I mean, financially, I'd say. I was uneducated in crypto at the beginning. I thought everything was going to
all of us.
Valhalla. As I could say, it was a COVID bubble, right? Where things were just everyone made money everywhere you looked. And yeah, I sold some at the top, but I was very greedy and I was very euphoric. I think that was my biggest foundation builder. Was after that I spent 2 years of just education, coaches, mentors, learning. And I mean, I didn't see profit out of any trading until like 3 years after that.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's a long battle, and it's like I knew that, I saw that, and I knew what I needed to learn in order to grow. It may have taken me a little longer than some people. It may have taken me shorter, right? But I'm happy where I'm at, and I think that's one of my biggest lessons. Because like you said, I had sleepless nights. I didn't sleep. I mean, it was wild, right? Yeah. But it's like, okay, you saw the bad of you, and it's like something you don't want to be against. So it's like, how do I overcome all this but take small steps to actually grow slowly and not just take these big risks overall. So
it's funny how those days can be so dark and you're like, dude, fuck this shit. And then like 5 years down the line, you're like, if that didn't happen, I wouldn't have the knowledge or be where I am right now. So you're kind of like, I'm happy that happened.
God has a path for you at the end of the day. You learn from your mistakes and you learn from life, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, fuck around, find out at the end of the day. But that's how I learned. I mean, I don't look at anything as a setback. Yes, it hurts sometimes, and yes, you think about it more than a few times, but those are the days that you build your foundation, right?
Yeah.
Or if even in boxing, if you don't have a good foundation, you don't have a good kind of balance, you're screwed off the pooch. So.
Yep. You saw that little 1-2 I got? Yeah. Kind of nice, right?
So yeah, it's but it's I mean, it seems so things, but people just when they fail, they forget and move on, right?
Yeah.
Where you just took like the step to reevaluate yourself and figure out what I got to do, so I don't have to make the same mistake and end up in that same spot again.
Yeah, it's like there was this one scientist or something. He's like, well, I found 1,000 ways that didn't work, but I found one way that did.
Right. Yeah, and now you know 1,000 ways that didn't work also.
So yes, it's all perspective at the end of the day, and I think action too. Where I'm an overanalyzer at heart, or in my mind, where I'll analyze. I'll be like, oh, this is epic, but taking that first step. So
I don't even think that's a lot of people though.
Maybe.
Yeah, because like I know, like I've heard that before, that everybody's got a lot of good ideas. We're all, we all have different life experiences and do different things, and we learn so much. And then taking that idea and making it a reality is where people don't do it. That's where like someone like you separates from the regular people. And I think that's just having like the courage to, I mean, shit, like this whole thing right now we're doing, like, I don't know how it's going to go. We're just doing it. And if it works, it works. We're going to do our best to make it work though.
I mean, yeah, you take action, whether it's small action, right?
Yeah.
You take it, you learn from it, see what works and what didn't. You take what works, you leave what didn't behind, and you take the positives from it. I mean, that's the only way to really do things.
So yeah, kind of, we've been talking a little bit about mindset now, right? I just wanted to like get your opinion. I just gave mine. I don't let it influence yours. But what separates a winner from everybody else, in your words?
Discipline. dedication when nobody's looking. The real winners, they could care less who's watching or who's not watching them. They'll hustle.
I like that.
What does success mean to you? What's your definition of it, basically?
Success to me is not having to worry about finances, health, or just kind of small things in life like we're dealing with now, right? So it's like, I guess I could better describe this. What do I picture success, right? Me having a beautiful wife, me having 3 or 4 kids, or living wherever we want. If I want to move or if I want to travel the next week or the next day, I could get up and do that with nothing holding me back. I literally just need a laptop and a phone and I'm good to go.
So kind of stemming off Blocker's question, what's one habit that changed your life? Obviously, like you got the discipline, dedication, like the ones that you definitely need. But what's one that maybe people don't think about too often that helped you get to where you are today?
Showing up every day. It sounds similar, but I mean, through the good days, through the bad, you show up every day. Things will work out. 2 years of no progress and daily showing up is what got me through it. And
yeah,
you learn so much.
Money, yeah, whether you're making money, losing money, just keep going. Yeah,
I think that simple, just discipline. It's like even the gym, right?
Isn't it funny how simple it is? You apply that same logic to everything.
It's
working
simple,
out,
but it's so complex. Like we could talk about it all we want, but I mean, we all have our own lives. We all have our difficulties, but we all have our strengths, and I think that's what we need to focus on, right? It's like you said, the gym. I don't think about it. I just do it.
Same. Just go.
I mean, I wake up. I sit on the market. It's not like It's not like I think I just do it.
For me, going to the gym is like brushing your teeth and washing your ass. You gotta do it. So
we're supposed to wash our ass.
Oh shit! He just drops the low. He's like, all right, time to go. But so this one might be a little difficult. I'll give you a second because I like to ask every guest this question: if you had to start over right now with nothing again, what would you do, or what would you do differently?
If I had to start over, give me a funded account or a prop account in trading and I'll make it work.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as construction, what I came here for, start door knocking, start small, expect rejection, keep moving forward and kind of, you'll get it.
What's the worst business advice do you hear like often for people?
I hear a lot of fucking shit on TikTok and Instagram.
Because there's a lot of stuff out there, like you said earlier, like on YouTube, there's like you have to watch like what you listen to,
So, in the beginning, that's super difficult because you try to be a sponge and ingest everything. You learn that the more educated you are about a certain niche or product, right? Because you don't know what's good or bad. You could only know through answering questions, right? The good mentors, they'll teach you, hey, focus on this, don't focus on this. Sometimes doing your due diligence as well is like if you're following someone or do they have a good track record of them, not just for this month, but for the past few years, right? Do you align your values and beliefs with them? Do you feel like an energy when you watch them that aligns to you as well? I think these are all things you have to look for and kind of understand when you want to kind of get into something.
I have a couple fun questions now. A little like rapid fire. Tell me one of your craziest renovation stories, like whether it's the client, the project itself, some crazy shit that happened that you're like, what was that?
We did the deck in Lake Barrington. Everything was finished. Inspector came out to the final inspection, and we had a railing. It's Trex. Trex and TimberTech are the two most popular kind of decking brands. He takes his tape measure. He's like, this railing is half an inch too long. You failed inspection.
Like, can I just fucking cut it right
now? And I mean, everything's finished, but it looks flawless. And it's like, you need to add like a granny rail to that. I'm like, this is going to completely ruin the deck. What are you talking about? So I was literally, if that didn't get passed, I was about to sue the railing company itself, not building products to their code of Illinois. But yeah, we were able to get an amendment with Lake Barrington because we weren't the first people that had this issue
With Barrington?
with Barrington.
See what I'm talking about? Barrington's like up everyone's ass.
Yeah, so luckily we were able to get it figured out and everything. But I guess I haven't had any too crazy horror stories yet.
How about like difficult clients, like doing too much?
You know that from the beginning. So you price it accordingly.
So as soon as you get like that bullshit, like he's already doing too much, you just kind of like cut it off and move on, or do you still try to continue and work with him?
I give my first kind of consultation, see what he wants, what he is. After I give kind of the initial investment price of, hey, this is how much you're looking to do this remodel for. Is this something you're interested in? And you just know, I guess you have your ideal client where you give them the paperwork. They don't even look at it. They look at you and it's like, when can you start? And then you have the ones, line 15, can you take this off? Line 21, can you reduce this? How much will my cost be then? And it's like this,
I deal with that all the time. I know what you mean.
it's a lot of back and forth, and it's a headache, but it's part of the business, right? So this is kind of, I guess, things you don't want to see, right?
Yeah.
You don't know, and I guess there's a lot of diversity, which everyone writes. So I mean, you just kind of understand the client or who they are,
Right.
and then you kind of perceive it off that. If they're up your butt just from the beginning, like you know they're gonna be there for the thing. But usually you have clients. I mean, not usually, but you have those 5% of clients that do talk a lot and are very nosy. You just be honest with them. Sometimes it's weird because they're just constantly watching over you, so you kind of feel like
You're just like doing something, you're just like,
Helicopter.
But I guess I haven't had any horror stories.
that's good.
I'm grateful for.
That's good, yeah.
I've had
you probably
one-
are going to have some, though.
I did have a bad project last year
Yeah.
where I kind of went out of my comfort zone, and I did pay the price for it.
What happened?
I subcontracted some work out, and I trusted him too much, and I put my reputation on the line.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Where it was like a concrete porch job. He said we could do it in 2 days. Definitely not in 2 days. And kind of the concrete came out wavy and not perfect. So I mean, I didn't.
I know that's very. You have to be very particular with the concrete.
And I
yeah.
didn't get my final payment from the clients, but I was like, I completely understand that. That's my fault. I didn't. But one thing they did say is, even though things were not going your way at all, your resilience and you were courteous to the people because this was an HOA. I thought it was a multi-unit first, and then I found that it's an HOA later. So everyone owns their own kind of apartment, which they have an HOA board and everything. But me just talking with everyone, they said you were very trying to work and find a solution. So we respected you as a person, but the business you did here was not what we wanted.
That's good though. They gave you that comment that made you feel a little bit better, right?
Yeah, that feedback.
Oh yeah. I didn't want, like Shitty just said, I didn't want a horrible Google review, even though I don't have a lot. But I mean, they say one can ruin you, so maybe.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Maybe like you said, my subconscious right there was thinking, it's like, oh man, I'm screwed. Like, what am I doing? But
Let's get
Yeah.
you back in the boxing gym and get fight that guy. Let's do it.
It's not that serious.
Yeah, fuck you, whoever poured that concrete. Not playing.
no, but after that, just making sure I have everything, and I would rather overcode a little for jobs that I'm uncomfortable with, and make sure you have the trusted subs that you need to complete a job. So,
100%. Well, you guys have anything else to add?
Have you only dealt with only in Illinois, or have you done out of state?
we do border of Wisconsin as well, Lake Geneva.
Are the rules different out there?
Slightly. So it's interesting. Here, maybe around here you do, but around McHenry County, you don't need a general contracting license. If you go to like Chicago, you do. If you go in Wisconsin, you do. But here, kind of, if you want to do your own work as a GC, it's weird that you don't need it. But yeah, for when you go up to Lake Geneva and you want to do like a permit and stuff for like a basement, and you want to be the GC of the project, you do need licenses for that.
Not bad. I
Yeah.
mean, I only know a little bit here and there. I know California has like the worst out of all of them, out of all the states, because they be taking like 6 and more just to get permits, just to do whatever they got to do for houses. Because out there, I know the houses are at an all-time low, trying to just build new ones. And that's just because of the government, literally. They're just a hassle out there.
I mean, I gotta work with them, so if I could be friends with them, that's the goal. But there's definitely days where I just want to run them over.
Do you know exactly why they make it so complicated?
Like I said, going back, you have your 20/80 Pareto's principle at the end of the day. You have 80% that do good work, but those 20% of people that go above their means or kind of aren't licensed and screw something up, screw it over for the rest.
Yeah.
But I mean, realistically, permit. My dad's reputation of them, they're a waste of time. They just give the government more money.
Right. Yeah.
In short. But I understand why they're there. It's to make sure the homeowner's trusted with the permit process.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
I'm working with a homeowner now who lived in Massachusetts. Her rehab of a house was a disaster because she didn't have certified contractors and had to move through 3 carpenters in one house. And that's not what we want to do, right? So
Right, yeah.
so it's there to protect and make sure everyone is doing everything up to code
Right,
and
yeah.
ordinances. But I guess there is a pain in the butt with dealing with them, the time avenue of things. It's like this deck that took like a month and a half of dealing with the city of Crystal Lake before actually getting to a consensus. It's like they give you 5 days. I called Friday. I'm like, hey, what's the update on the quote? 5 days. Oh, we'll give you a call like Monday, Tuesday. I'm like, please, I'll reach out again. Yeah.
With knowing what you know already, do you do any home projects of your own?
Elaborate, like if I want to
Like-
do one at my house.
Yeah,
or-
like on your own house, like just do any home projects that you feel like.
I am comfortable to do a full kitchen. I mean, not a full kitchen. I could do most of the kitchen, but full bathroom. I could do a basement for you. I could lay flooring. I could almost do all framing. So I know a lot. So going to these, I guess, clients.
That's good though that you're like honest about it. People be like, yeah, I know everything. Like, you know what I mean? But that's good though. Like if you have the honesty and transparency, that's just
Right, yeah,
like
no.
take you a little bit further than
Plumbing
everybody
and
else.
electrical is kind of 50-50. Like I
Yeah.
could fix a drain, I could change your outlets and stuff, but running a whole new system, a little out of my expertise.
Oh, I've worked with people in the real estate world. I'll have them, like I do like property management stuff, so I'll have them fix something up. But yeah, I could do that. It'll be easy. I'm like, okay. Then I show up there on the site and they're like not even done with it. And it's been like 3 days. I'm like, I thought it was easy. Like, if you can't do it, just tell me. We'll figure it out. Yeah.
They just come up with a blank face, like, I
They're
don't
like,
know.
and then they're asking me questions like, I don't fucking know. What am I going to do? But yeah, man, that's good. It's great.
Yeah, I think that's one thing is my hardest thing to understand the client, where they don't know what you know. So it's like sometimes I go to some of these houses or these clients and they're absolutely clueless about like just drywall. Oh, we'll put some grout here. We'll lay some Durock. What's Durock? Cement board. So basically it's cement board for adhesion to tile and ceramic tile. There's a lot of new systems now and compounds there is, but sometimes simple things like that, it's like, okay, I have to take a step back. Imagine I'm the client that doesn't know anything. How can I
Explain it.
explain it to them and make sure that they understand what's going on? And that alone right there as well helps client build rapport. So happy with
100%.
that.
Well, we really appreciate you taking your time, hop on here. It went well, right?
Yeah.
Get
no.
to talk a little bit
Yeah,
more
thanks
about
for
your
having
business. Yeah. We appreciate it. We're gonna link your business website and your Instagram and everything whenever this episode comes out.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So thank you. All our stuff will be on. We're gonna talk a little bit
Appreciate
more
it,
off
brother.
camera,
Thank you.
and
Yes, sir.
yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate you.
Peace out.
Thank you for coming out.
What?